I just woke up an hour ago, all right, and this has just been on my mind. Also, this is a different kind of video, okay? If this is your first time on my YouTube channel, oh my God, hi, it's Diaru, okay? Yeah, I was taking a little hiatus, whatever. I still have a video coming up. It's gonna be uploaded, but this is very urgent, very quick, so BYLER, BYLER. Just saying it gets me emotional. No, dead ass. Netflix, whoever was in charge of just throwing out BYLER into the freaking trash, why would you do that? Like, I feel like we can sue you guys for causing psychological distress. Your girl has been going through it. I feel like I'm going through the 7 stages of grief, okay? I might be at anger right now. I might be. But I don't want to be angry. Not on my channel. I'm sad. I'm upset. I'm disappointed. How could they do this? How could you guys literally do this? Do you understand that this is the end of the show? Like, there's not like, okay, maybe we can hope in the next season for something to transpire. No, this is literally it. Wow. I'm so disappointed. I'm so sad. There are people, I'm just gonna assume that they're fucking homophobic or have at least internalized homophobia, who feel like this shit is ridiculous and oh my God, guys, like there are bigger things to worry about. Bigger things to worry about. Were you watching the show? Listen, I'm not a Stranger Things wizard, okay? So maybe some details I might misremember, but okay, just disclaimer. But when I watched the show, I was under the impression that Will's sexuality, him being gay, is the reason why he was chosen by Henry, which they have very similar attributes. The way that he describes himself and him, like, you know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean, because I don't feel like breaking that down. The parallels between Henry and Will, I mean, okay, we don't actually know if Henry is gay, but in my theory is he is, and that's why he chose him. The reason why Will felt very different, insecure, weak. Ugh, I'm just thinking of the cute little Will. Why was he treated like that? Was because he was gay, and that's why Vecna, Henry, whatever, got into his mind, and then we saw that whole cave scene, and I feel like it's an allegory of some way I can't really describe right now, but in my brain, I can kind of feel like that's an allegory for Vecna's, Henry's, whatever, own situation and internalized insecurities and stuff like that. So Henry being gay, not Henry, well, Will being gay is very fucking important because guess the fuck what? He gets his powers and fights back telepathically when he finally becomes comfortable with his gayness, bro. It matters. He was able to stop those Demogorgons. He was able to freaking make them twitch and break their limbs because became comfortable with his sexuality, with his gayness, bro. It's important. The whole reason Will is even has Henry's control is because of him being gay, bro. They're not gonna say it like explicitly, but we know it matters because that's why we had that whole coming out scene. If it didn't matter, if Will being gay is just like not that serious or whatever, they would have never had that coming out scene. It was clearly important enough. Hello? So my thing is, for Will to finally, after 5 seasons of torture, finally become comfortable enough to fight back by being comfortable with his identity, I feel like he deserves to have the only man, the only boy he had a crush on the entire season, bro. Now, we don't know if before Mike, maybe he kind of knew he was gay, but based off what we see in the show, Mike helped him come to terms with his gayness, with him being gay. Mike and Will are very, very crucial, a very crucial component of this series. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? There's no other boy Will has a crush on other than Mike. I don't know if he was the first, but I'm gonna assume he was. Maybe he knew he was different before. You know, we're not even really getting into Will's prologue. No. So that's why it really breaks my heart that right before Will was about to come out, to have that moment with him and Mike alone with the golden scene, to have that moment be stripped from us because they decided to have the actor be like, you know what, actually bring the whole gang. You're gonna come out to everyone. Will has been fighting so much throughout the entire show because of him being fucking gay, and he couldn't even have a one-on-one with his crush, one of the main characters of the show. Like, you have to realize Mike is not a side character. He's not just some boy he was in class with. He's part of the gang, bro. He's part of one of the Mike is a very important character as well. So both of them together in that scene should have happened. That should have happened. So when Will came out, whatever, that was the last opportunity you guys had to really show out. To really show out. Because not only does he says that he doesn't like girls, he says he has a crush on somebody who won't like him fucking back. Not only did he talk about his sexuality, he spoke about Mike, with Mike in the room. And guess the fuck what? You wanna know what Mike did? He just had a little subtle look that showed like, oh shit, like he might be talking about me, and that was it. But guys, we saw all the signs. Dude, literally, I don't remember the episode number, not too long ago, Vicky said, hey. She didn't say hey. She said, I like dick. Guess what fucking happened? Mike and Will looked at each other, then looked away nervously, awkwardly. They could have had them do anything, bro. All the other characters, they were just looking at like, whoa, like we can't just believe Vicky just said that. But they had Mike and Will look at each other very quickly. Okay, that was intentional. It wasn't like, oh my God. Oh my God, Vicky just said she likes dick even though we know she's a lesbian. No, they literally looked nervously, frantically at each other. It wasn't just Will. It wasn't just Will. It was the both of them. Okay? So how could that happen? And not too long later, Will says he likes somebody, bro. That one somebody he shared that awkward instance with was in the room with him, and all he did was just fucking look or whatever. And then when they all hugged at the end, I could even see where Mike was. We just saw Elle and freaking Nancy, but not Mike. Y'all really dropped the ball with that. That's why, bro, I feel like there was something I was gonna say, and I just don't really remember right now. It's gonna come to me. It's gonna come to me. Oh, yeah. Wait. I think that's what I'm just trying to say. The scene before, when it was just the two of them, that could have been a beautiful, like, they were, oh my God, they did that on purpose. Do you know how beautiful that scene could have been? You're trying to tell me he's able to tell 15 people that he's gay and he liked somebody, he doesn't like him back? Bro, I'm sorry, that second part was intentional. So why not just have him with that one person by themselves? They didn't all need to hear that. That was a message for Mike. Mike and Will should have had a one-on-one. Like, I'm just upset because it's like, dude, hello, the whole, like, need I remind you, the whole reason why Will was even controlled by Vecna was because he was gay. He was vulnerable because he was fucking gay, bro, because he had a fucking crush on fucking Mike. He was able to fight back when he was finally secure. And he couldn't even have a one-on-one instance with freaking Mike, like nothing. And listen, in this moment, okay, I'm not expecting, I don't know what could happen. I don't know if it's like, let's say this were to happen, Mike and Will were by themselves. The way that Mike is, he's just so like, I don't know, I just feel like he's not super tapped in with his emotions. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he doesn't really think, oh, whoa, that seems so mean. Not that he doesn't think, but you know what I mean? Like, he just seems like not super emotionally aware until like a moment happens. Because clearly in that moment, we're seeing some affection with them being dumb close to each other, with the awkward glances and like, so that's what I'm saying. There was something there. So, okay, I'm actually going back to the actual coming out scene. If anything, Mike should have had some look, some gesture about his feelings towards Will that, I don't know, let's say like he doesn't fully understand them. But there's something there. So for Will to have said something about liking somebody, but they don't like me back, maybe like Mike should have just looked in a certain way where it's like, fuck, like, but I kind of do like him, but I'm not sure. Like, there should have been something. But in that scene, it just felt like nothing happened before. Like, there was no awkward or like, not even, let me not even just say awkward, like very subtle, intimate instances. Like, that never happened. Like, that, like, he got deja vu, amnesia, whatever, not deja vu, amnesia, whatever. And in that moment, that past Mike just no longer existed, because in that moment it was just like, oh, like my friend saying that he likes somebody and it's me and fuck, I don't like them back, instead of being like, fuck, like I actually kind of like this guy too, but I just don't know how to explain it. And he doesn't have to say it like that, but like these are actors, bro. Like they don't have to say it. Like there just has to be something, or maybe at least some people of the gang like looking at the both of them, like at least, I don't know, maybe Vicky. I don't know. I don't know if everyone picked up on it, but maybe there were some people. Jonathan, I don't know. Did he look at them? I don't remember, but like there should have been something, but they just made it seem like nothing happened. That's my thing. They acknowledge that he likes Mike, but they're not acknowledging that it's reciprocated. I don't know how reciprocated, how much it's reciprocated, but they just made it seem like there was nothing. That's my point. There should have been something, something. So I just feel like, would they date? Would they kiss? I don't know. But I just feel like this is incomplete. It's not even incomplete. It was just like they literally had the BYLER book and they got to the last episode, was like, well, we won't be needing this anymore. That's what it felt like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't feel like, oh, like Maybe there's gonna be a secret episode. Maybe there's gonna be like a spin-off series. Like, it doesn't feel like that. It just feels like they just completely ripped our hearts apart. Like, how could they do that? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, this is actually heartbreaking. How could they do, like, you can't just do that, because I just feel like it's so ironic. It's like we feel like our minds have been played with. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like now we're the ones who are hallucinating. We know what we saw, bro. That's my thing. It's just every choice was intentional. Every flirty instance between Mike and Will was fucking intentional. It wasn't one-sided, bro. And then just to have the coming out scene and Mike just be a completely new individual who never liked Will, that just like that's just inconsistent. Like, it's just they really played us, bro. Like, I don't know who, like, I'm hearing rumors it was the Duffer brothers. I'm hearing rumors it's Netflix executives. I feel like no one really knows except the people who are acting, and maybe one day I can find out. Maybe we can have a one-on-one. Because I need to know what happened. Was it supposed to happen? Was originally something else gonna happen, and then now we have this instead? Was this a last minute like change? Like was this the plan all along? Like, what happened? That is the big question. I'm just so sad. Like, you guys don't understand. Okay, okay, it's a fictional series, but nothing exists in a vacuum. Like, not everything is freaking fake. Not everything is just made up in the mind. This is an actual story, bro. People are actually fucking gay, bro. People actually like their friends, bro, and don't know how to fucking talk about it in a fucking homophobic society. Like, this is real, bro. This is real. And for all, and like, it's like, okay, like, it's almost like, yeah, they can like each other, like flirt, whatever, but they can't actually be together. Like, what kind of ending is that? I feel like everybody had a happy ending. Like, I'm satisfied with the other parts, okay? The way that it ended, it seemed like everybody was happy except fucking BYLER, because they just had Will with some random dude, which I feel like is just so like, that is so unfair. Like, again, Will is one of Will is practically the main character of this series, bro. And he is who he is. His gayness, obviously, like, that's why I didn't even know Noah Schnapp was fucking gay. And to know that he's gay, like, he's actually, you see what I'm saying? Like, this was very intentional. Like, you cannot say him being gay has absolutely nothing to do. And, I know I keep saying fucking gay. Like, I hope that doesn't come across as homophobic. Like, I just had to put that in there. I don't know why I keep saying whatever, but that's just what I'm like. I didn't know he was actually gay, bro. So it's just like, you cannot deny him being gay is a very important part of this show. So why could he not be or have some sort of engagement, something with Will? Like, I just feel like he kind of did throughout the series, but then at the end, it was just like it never happened. That's the thing. That's just what's been really messing with my brain, bro. So just to have him with some random dude at a bar, what? When the guy he liked was literally one of the main characters of the show. You see what I'm saying? Huh? Like, guys, I'm actually so sad. Like, bro, I just can't believe they did that. Like, they really did that. Like, it was, what? That's it? They really just said, fuck y'all. Like, how could they do that? I don't know. Like, I just, I just can't believe they really did that. Like, I really, like, why couldn't it happen? Like, everybody else was able to have a good ending, but there are some theories that when Will or Mike was saying at the end that there's a story he could never tell, and then he's looking at him and Will's books, like there's a theory that, okay, like actually they do like each other, but Mike will never ever come out the closet. And that's it. And some part of me does want to believe that, but I also can't, because that's inconsistent with the coming out scene where Mike just literally didn't freaking care. And then after that, they were like, oh, we're not friends, we're best friends. But even when they said best friends, like, again, that was another dropped ball, bro. You like what? Because again, there's the things that's being said and then the way that it's being said. And the way that it was said, it was literally like a dude who just friend zoned his friend. That's what it felt like. It didn't feel like this was someone who wants to really be with him. I'm just like, this is literally like, this is what it feels like to be queer baited. This is actual queer baitedness. This is like, I'm hard, like, guys, do you understand? Like, all I've been doing is reading subreddits of BYLER. I've been watching fan-made video edits with depressing, or not all depressing songs, but you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, this has to live some way. Like, how could they just do that? That was so foul. I'm just so sad, y'all. Like, literally, there is a hole in my chest. This really hits different. And again, I think it's because this isn't far from our reality. Like, there are very relatable elements of this show, and that was one of them. And two, I just feel like I've been manipulated. Like, now people who see BYLER are seen as like, we're seen as insane. We're seen as like just unhinged, whatever. Like, we look crazy, but we're not. And that is, do you not understand? I've said this before. This is so ironic. And it's like we had no one to back us up. Like, you know, like we don't have anyone from the show, like for real. Like, listen, I understand there are contracts, but at least the creators, like, they're making us feel like we're the crazy ones. We're not. We're not insane. Why? Like I feel like some people might think that this is just like something we hope would come together. No, like this is actually this is documented, bro. This has been documented. All of the moments between Mike and Will, we these things that actually happened, and it just all amounted to nothing. Like, that's just so freaking sad. Like, and then I just feel like there are people who actually like who wanted them to be like, I just feel like there are people who could actually relate to that, bruh. So it's just like, dude, like, I'm just so sad. Like, I'm literally just so fucking sad. Like, I can't believe they did that. Whatever, bro. Like, I this really hurts, bro. Like, I'm still trying to heal. No, Netflix, whatever. We gotta do something, y'all. Because the way that my emotions have just been, I just can't believe they did this, bro. I can't believe they did this. Somebody said, you know what? Thank you for officially and forever ruining my 2025 holidays. Because it's true. Every time I'm gonna think about 2025 holidays, this is what I'm gonna think about. We got queer baited. This is actually the definition. This is the perfect example of queer baiting. Like, I think it just sucks because it really feels like, damn, like we just, like, queer people just don't, or I guess Will existed, but what about Mike? What about Mike and Will? Like, that just doesn't matter. Like, yo, we up to a rough start, but it's okay. It's only up from here. It's only up from here, okay? 2026 gonna be our year, okay? We gonna heal, all right? We gonna heal from this because we have to. Okay. I think hopefully I got all my points, but if you watched all of this, oh my God, thanks. Like I said, I will have a YouTube video. I took a short hiatus because I was just so burnt out and just so with social media, but I'm still editing my official get to know me video. It's gonna be funny, interesting. So you should stay tuned. You should subscribe, like, comment, and let me know. Like y'all, like I refuse to be gaslit by anybody. If people do comment under this, please. If you don't agree, just don't say anything, okay? I can't take any more heartbreak. Please. All right, guys. I'm gonna see y'all. Bye-bye.